Hi, my name is Terry Calls, and for this video, I will give a brief overview of the 5 main components of an audio synthesizer, and then compare the graphical interface of 4 different synthesizer plugins, clearly showing where the oscillator, filter, amplifier, envelope, and LFO sections are. A synthesizer is a tool that generates, modulates, and amplifies sound. Sound synthesis starts from simple waveforms, and then those waveforms are manipulated by connecting various electronic modules to each other. The general flow of a synthesizer is from oscillator to filter to amplifier. The VCO, or voltage-controlled oscillator, is the component that generates the sound, and this component will provide a control for selecting waveforms. Those waveforms are usually sine, sawtooth, triangle, square, and noise. Each waveform produces sounds depending on their wave shape. The sine wave is the purest tone in that it is comprised of a single fundamental frequency. The other waveforms are typically named for the shapes they make when viewed on an oscilloscope. The VCF, or voltage-controlled filters, modulate the waveform frequency spectrum produced by the oscillator. The customary filters used are high and low-pass filters, as well as bandpass, notch, and resonant filters. Often, an envelope is connected to the filter. This envelope is controlled by using ADSR controllers, which stand for attack time, delay time, sustain level, and release time. The VCA, or voltage-controlled amplifier, varies its gain depending on the control voltage. This last component in the flow is the module that outputs sound to a source, such as a sound card or a digital file. The LFO, or low-frequency oscillator, exists below 20 Hz and controls one of the other components. It is usually used to create a pulse or sweep similar to a tremolo, vibrato, or wah-wah. Since it exists below normal human hearing range at 20 Hz, the LFO creates no audible sound of its own. While many DAW synth plugins may use slight variations in terminology, they all basically provide the same controllers for these main components. To illustrate this, I will provide examples of 4 different plugins and indicate where each of these 5 components reside on their interfaces. The first example is the DANTE by Kriminal. The DANTE is a 2-oscillator poly synth. Here are the oscillators, the filters, the envelopes, amplifiers, and the LFOs. The second example is the analog synth plugin for the Meteor iPad DAW by 4 Pockets. Here are the 2 VCOs or oscillators, the VCF or filter with its own ADSR envelope, the VCA or amplifier also with an ADSR envelope, and the LFO. The third example is the Firebird 2 plugin by Tone 2. Here are the VCOs or oscillators, the filter, the ADSR envelope, the amplifier, also with an ADSR envelope, and the LFO. And finally, the fourth example is the Crystal Synth plugin by Green Oak Software. Here are the oscillator, the filter, the envelope, and the amplifier. This has been my brief video overview of the components to a synthesizer and the example from 4 different plugins. I hope you found this video presentation informative. Bye-bye for now.